What's up, everybody? A Sparrow with a Gun here from Sleepless Nights with another episode on the Space Engineers Inspiration series. We're starting things off today with the NASA Space Traveler, or at least that's what the title says. I believe it's supposed to be like a sort of what if NASA designed something type of deal, because I think the description said it was like as of 2039 or something. I don't know how much of an interior there is to this, but on the outside looked really, really cool. Particularly this stuff out here. I like decorative stuff. Things that don't always matter when you're building, but they just end up looking really cool. We have a gigantic thruster back here. Or, I don't know which way's the front either. I'm thinking that's the front, because I don't see a cockpit anywhere. And, it looks like... Are these arc reactors, or are they... I believe these are arc reactors. The, like, X-20 arc reactor things that are ridiculously expensive to build in survival. And a lot of gyroscopes, so this should actually move fairly well. We've got our containment pods here with connectors and landing gear. Ooh, that's kind of cool, actually, to put the connectors and the landing gear there. That's pretty neat. So it looks like there's 4 main cargo pods, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. A lot of solar panels, which we all know I'm an advocate for. I love me some solar panels. And then we've got more of the interior module. Now, it's important to note there wasn't a whole lot of detailed information in the description. Is this a giant rotor? Ooh, this is probably one of those rotor ring, or I call them rotor rings. It's basically where you have a hallway in the center and then the outside rotates, which is pretty awesome. Though I don't know to what end. There's little... Oh, these are oxygen farms. I thought they were wheels for landing or something. That's pretty cool. That way you can rotate them around wherever you want. Intriguing. Yeah, here we go. The Odds US-31 NASA SD, I guess, is the proper term. My bad. Hey, we found a door. No need for a door timer. Sorry for all of those of you that look forward to that. More cargo spaces. Looks like... I always get these mixed up. Are these air or hydrogen? I think they're hydrogen. Those are air tanks and generators. There's probably more around here somewhere. Another arc reactor. Hydrogen thrusters. Man, there's actually a lot to this ship. I thought it was a lot smaller when I first pulled it up. Another rotating wheel of things. There's a door here, though. What is this? Empty module. Maybe this was an unfinished or empty room for, like, extra living quarters or something? I don't know. Like I said, there wasn't really a whole lot in the description to explain the different sections of the ship or anything like that. But it looks really, really cool. I guess this is actually the front? And I'm very surprised. Some of these... kind of looks like a railgun barrel or something. That's kind of cool. Some of these are... They do use mods, so this next comment kind of goes out the window. But I've noticed an influx of ships that make some really, really cool designs, exterior and just the hull in general, and then come to find out they're like vanilla ships that they don't actually have any mods in them, and you're like, really? All I can ever build when I'm building without mods is a box. So it's kind of like, that's pretty cool. My hat goes off to designers and builders that can actually do a good job without any extra mods, because that seems hard to do. Now, it's also important to note that because this is set up as supposedly being a NASA-type design, it may be favoring more of a realistic and minimal than, like, fun and crazy designs and lots of contraptions and doodads, because typically NASA just tries to make things fly and function. They're not really worried about how it looks. or having a lot of luxuries or anything like that. You're kind of just like, yeah, you're in space. You're lucky you don't die. So, oop. I don't know if we have gravity or not. Doesn't look like it. At least not in here. Nope. So here's your main bridge, I'm guessing. You know, all the computers were kind of a giveaway. I would kind of like to see if we can find a console that controls those rotors, or if it was set up that far. It may not have been set up that far in advance as far as to actually use the rotors. It may have just been more that allowed the builder to build it that way, not actually function. I have seen that before where it was more of a design thing. You needed something at an angle, so you build it on a rotor, but not really that you pre-program the ship to have actual functionality. But, ooh, camera. Get the camera. So yeah, pretty cool looking. Let's see how she flies. It's a little slow on the acceleration, but I mean, this is a big ship. I didn't realize it was that big from the screenshots, but it actually is really, really large. We're looking at like a 16 million kilogram mass, so I mean, the thing's got some weight. And I even speculated that with all those gyroscopes it should move really well, when in actuality it actually turns really, really slow. But again, thinking of this as something that like NASA might do, this is more designed off of probably pretty much get it to work, not so much make it fast or flashy or anything like that. It's probably more function over form, but still, the overall design, I'm not really sure what it is about it, but I kind of like it. It has kind of a futuristic but functional look to it, which I think is really cool. I'd actually be curious to see somebody take this build and then add like interiors to these pods and stuff like that. That would be kind of cool. So anyways, that's this one. Let's move on to the next one. Alrighty, so now we have a new walking mech build that I wanted to try out that I saw on the workshop. It's very small, but it's supposed to have improved functionality, as I'm always looking forward to new mech designs, because I sincerely hope that someday we will get to a point where Space Engineers has fully easy-to-use walking battle tanks. Battle gears. Or, you know, what's that other... Armored cores. Gundams. Man, that cough just won't go away. So anyways, we're gonna check this one out and see what we can get. Now the, ooh, we have instructions if I can read them. Oh, that's the other lights. Well, the sun, I guess, is making this harder to read or something. I've not done a lot on planets, so the lighting and all that eludes me. We have T, rot, timer block, trigger now, leg pistons, crawler, toggle block, that's the antenna though, air, Gatling gun, timer block, advance 7. Nothing else, so not too complicated, but I don't know what each of these actually does. I will say, contrary to like most, oh, here we go. Start welding? Dang nabbit, why does it keep fading out on me? That's annoying. Alright. I can't move it by normal, like, WASD keys. What is with the lighting? I wonder if that's actual lighting, like, in the world. That's probably what it is. Start walking. Something. Stop walking. Dang it, now it's fading again. What the heck? Alright, you know what? Let's do this the old-fashioned way. Button panel, text panel, LCD. Nope. These are gonna be the, whatchamacallit, the probably M-Masters advanced stuff. Ah, here we go. Start walking, programs, not really sure. Stop walking, deactivate legs, turret decoy, on off, extend legs, antenna, flying mode, Gatling gun, fire volley. Okay, so 5 extends the legs, 3 deactivates the legs, 1 and 2 start and stop. That's what we needed to know. So, let's see how we're looking. I believe... I can't quite tell if the pistons are considered extended. Oh, there we go. Okay, pistons are extended. Jeez. That was abrupt. Okay, so start the walking phase. No. Oh, there we go. Woo! Okay, that's actually... I mean, we're walking on uneven terrain, but that's actually pretty great. It's walking around. Now, I don't know... Okay, you can turn with your mouse. It's not like a other control... Ooh, we're gonna break something, by the way. Mainly because we're on all this uneven terrain. Alright, let's stop. And it just... I have the worst time with walking mechs, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, let's stop. Maybe. I'm trying to get the legs into a better spot where it's not like... Alright, now what I don't know is if you can walk without the pistons extended. So let's see how that does. There we go. That seems a little more stable, maybe? Like, a little more friendly for the terrain that we're on. Oh, and it's also important to note this uses the new radar mod, which is really, really cool. I've added it to my list of mods, but I haven't implemented it yet. So, I will admit, I'm loving the stability so far. Now, I will also admit, this is a blueprint, and I loaded it into a world that has block damage off. So I don't entirely know how durable this is because I turned off the block damage. Mainly just so I didn't have to keep reloading it every time I blew something up. Whee! Like that. I don't know if that would have broken all of the tires and crap. But what I don't know is if there is merit to extending the pistons, or if that's just a jump functionality. Like, you could retract them, you could be crawling, and then jump, and just retract them again. So I don't know if that's supposed to be a jump, or if it's just supposed to extend the leg radius, or whatever. Alright, so let's see if we can get up over this hill. Gosh, I'm getting nauseous here. Let's retract these. It was walking better without them. Yeah, so this is actually pretty cool. Now, I will admit, it's like jostling, or jarring is probably a better word. Like, it's not a very smooth walk, but it's actually functioning really well and walking pretty great. Now, let's see how air mode does. So this is kind of like a hover, I guess? Woo, woo, woo. I don't think we have directional thrusters, though. That would have totally broken this. I'm so glad I turned off block damage. So I'm not thinking this was designed to fly so much as jump. Like, probably just give you a boost or flip you over if you were in a predicament. Something like that. So yeah, overall this actually works really well. Again, my only complaint would be it's kind of jarring if you were like... Well, actually, it's not that bad from this point of view. From third person, it's very, like, I'm getting nauseous. But from this point of view, it's not that bad, actually. And you got radar and everything, which is pretty cool. Again, though, the only thing is I don't know how durable it is, that I might be breaking things were it not for having block damage off. That's totally possible. And let's see, weapons, we've got... Why are you not firing? Oh, there we go. So you got the weapons on the sides of the cockpit, or on the left side, I guess. And then 9 should be a volley from these 2 missile launchers. So that's pretty effective. And then there is a turret up on top, I guess, for destroying decoys? Or not destroying decoys, but for, yeah, destroying... Oops. Oh, I have weapons selected, don't I? Okay, stop. Turn that off. Whatever. Anyways, so that's pretty much this build, which is really probably the most effective walking mech tank design I've seen so far. A lot of them were like proof of concepts. I guess it just got tired. But this one was actually like, it can hold its own and really function. You could, barring possible damage if you had block damage on, I don't know how that would affect it. You'd have to test that. So, but with that exception in mind, I've seen a lot of designs, but this seems to be the most functional that I could actually see using it in your base or something like that. But so anyways, that's gonna wrap this one up. Let's move on to the last one. Alright, so this is the KR Class Frigate version 2, I think, maybe, possibly. Check the little thing up in the top left corner, because I don't know to be exact. Now, I am excited about this ship for multiple reasons. 3 reasons I can think of. 1, it looks really cool, it has some interesting detail work and design stuff, and I'm excited to check them out. 2, has planets, 3 of them, involved. It's a star system, so it's got Earth, Mars, and something else in the world somewhere. And then if I open my HUD, you can see all these other rating stations and stuff that are just scattered throughout, as if you were playing a normal survival world. And I'm running 30 frames per second, which I'm totally excited about, because that means something like this ship right here, which, by the way, has 2 separate fighter ships on the side, plus worlds, I can get a solid frame rate. Not great, like if I'm looking at both of these, let's test this out. I'm kind of stress testing my PC at the moment too. So if I'm looking at both this ship and Mars and Earth, they're all in the same shot, I'm getting between 20 and 30 frames, so it's functional. Yeah, I might get a little dip here and there, but I can totally do planets and a decent sized ship, which is awesome. Not to mention this also has not a crazy amount of internal detail and stuff, but it has a pretty cool amount of detail. I mean, even just this stuff, it may not have cords and cables all over, but we've got turrets and windows and doors and connectors and all kinds of stuff. By the way, I really like these turrets. What are these? Come on. Talion, anti-fighter, heavy... Okay, so that's all part of that one mod that has the blue blocks. I forget what mod it is. Those are really cool looking. I am curious. Granted, I'm kind of doing this, and I probably shouldn't be doing this during a showcase type thing, but... Okay, so that's gonna bug me, and I may not end up using them in my own builds just because you can paint the base, but the top always seems to be greenish color, which I'm not a big fan of. This little guy looks cool. It's like a Gatling turret. So let's step inside. Based on the description, in the workshop files said that you can walk through the whole place without a jetpack. Other than the airlock, all the doors are like sensor-based, and lighting is sensor-based, which I thought was really cool. And they mentioned it was so that it would work on some medium-spec rigs, instead of, what is this? Button panel with no buttons. Interesting. Before we go upstairs, let's check out the bottom floor. But yeah, so supposedly... Oh, there is no bottom floor. Okay, got it. So, oh wait, there it is. Never mind. Whoa. Oh, that's cool. They said you can do it without any kind of gravity, jetpack, so it's all gravity-based. That's awesome. But as you can see, when we came down here, then the lights came on. So, to improve performance, shields, heck yeah, we want shields. I probably just turned them off, but you know. So all the doors and lights are supposed to be sensor-based, which I think is really cool and a lot of tedious work. So my hat goes off to the builder for that, because yeah, that would drive me nuts. This is a cool idea too. I'm not sure how this was done. I know, I'm like, I get real... I want to get into the middle of all this crap and find out how they do stuff, because that's pretty cool when people... I love tech stuff. When they add little borders and things like that on their text. I think that's really cool. So that's the shield generator room. No surprises there, since we found the shield activation button. We got cargo containers and very uncomfortable looking beds in the crew quarters. Sucks to be the crew on this ship if you gotta sleep on metal. Let's see, what do we got here? Woo! This goes up, but I guess there's no... I'm stuck. What's going on here? Okay, so this is a one-way. I was trying to figure that out. That's really cool. They did a good job with the gravity. That's pretty neat. I guess this is just cargo space. Man, I could get used to this kind of treatment, dude. All of the lights turn on, all the doors open. I don't have to push any buttons. This is my kind of build. I like showing off these kinds of builds. This is an awesome hallway, by the way. Very, very cool looking. Do I have my headlamps on? I do not. Awesome. So these look... I think those are jump drives. The little rotator thing here has me suspicious. Can't read that. Yeah, jump drive, okay. I'd never seen it from that angle before, and I wasn't really sure if I had the block type right. I really like those doors, but ooh. Those doors are really cool. Even though they're like vanilla and not a mod, they're still really cool. This is an awesome reactor room. And very mood-lit, which is great. Oxygen system 2 and 3. I don't see a 1. I also don't know what this is. My curiosity is killing me. Gyroscope... Sure, I don't know what that last part is. 10N1 or something. Okay, where's the sign thing? There was a sign over here. We have cargo down, bridge up. Okay. Goes right and left. You didn't tell me that. Where's the sign for that? Alright, port airlock. That works. Got a view of the outside world. And these airlocks on the left and right here also lead to the secondary ships, which I'd like to check out here. Come on. I'm trying to open all the doors and stuff really carefully because I know that the airlocks are not scripted. And I really don't like getting blown all over by the air vents when that happens, so I try and keep the doors and everything all hush-hush. What is that? What is behind here? Weird. Assembler. That's funky. I have access to the assembler through the wall. I'm sure that was unintentional. Ooh! Oh, that's weird. Oh, that is weird. Gotta get used to that. So this is pretty cool. It's got its own med bay, cargo, gyroscopes, refinery. Apparently there's an assembler in here because, you know, I could access it. Gravity. What's all this? We have port, I'm guessing atmosphere thrusters, hydrogen thrusters, port ship, toggle block on off, port... I think that's major systems? Merge system, okay. I can't read that text on that yellow. That's not a builder flaw. That's, I think, a space engineer's flaw, is they need to change that color or something, or change the yellow background, because that's bad. It's hard to read. This is not the main cockpit. Wait, it's not? Oh, it's probably not because it's connected to the ship, which is now sideways. Oh, and it's got solar panels, too. So we have solar panels, hydrogen thrusters, exterior door. This is actually a really well-designed little shuttle. I like it. I like it a lot. Alright, so... I'm a little confused. Merge system. Hydrogen thruster atmosphere. The description mentioned it was best to turn off the connectors before detaching, but I don't see a connector button. At least it's not specifically geared up for it. Let's see if we can find it. Connector. Oh, geez, there's a ton of them. And I have no idea which one is which. Alright, well, we're gonna risk it. Let's detach. Okay, it jarred. Now, I will note, for any of you that are running on a lesser rig, yeah, well, they're not connected, but they're on. I did notice a slight frame rate hit. Okay, so we're gonna go with hydrogen thrusters, because we're not in the atmosphere, and we should be able to break away, provided that connector will get loose, which I think it did, and I don't think I broke anything. So here's the actual, like, little shuttle in all of its glory, because it is actually a pretty cool little ship. Not to mention it's got missiles, I think. There we go. Woo! Yeah, so it's even got its own little punch. So this would be kind of cool as like a capital ship type of thing, because what you could do is you could keep the main housing here outside of the atmosphere, like really close, but still outside the atmosphere, and then you could take these little wing shuttles onto the atmosphere, land, do whatever, store in a cargo space, use the atmo thrusters, etc. And then you could just fly it back and like reconnect. That would be pretty cool. I did bust up the walkway, so that's my bad. Oh, what I should have done, I think I broke the merge block too, now that I'm looking at it. Yeah, there's no more merge block here. So what I probably should have done... Oh, wait. Where's the... Oh, yeah, I ripped it off. That's my bad. My bad. So what I probably should have done is undocked it, like unmerged it, and then accessed the cockpit, and then I probably would have had access to the only connector on that ship, disabled it, and then we would have been fine. So if you try and do that, that's how you should probably do it. Don't do what I did, because, yeah, that didn't work too well. Okay, so enough about the side shuttles, which are very distracting and really cool. But let's take a look at the rest of the ship. Let's go cargo first, and then we'll go bridge. I really like the use of gravity in this design, by the way, of not having to use your jetpack, because I've heard from a lot of people... battery, array, main hallway. I've heard from a lot of people that when you're playing survival now, your jetpack and stuff can use up a lot of either hydrogen or ion or like energy, whatever they use now. But just flying around your base on a planet can actually drain your jetpack and your suit energy pretty quickly, and fuel and stuff. So I've been told, at least, that if you can manage to gyroscope array, they're using these really big gyroscopes, so I'm guessing this would actually move fairly well. But I'm guessing if you can outfit your ships and or I thought there was a little gravity hitch there, so I thought maybe there was another entry point. Where am I? There we go. So yeah, I've heard that a lot of people appreciate being able to maneuver through their ships and bases and stuff without actually having to use their jetpack because it conserves fuel and stuff. We have the O2 generator over here and a tank over here. That's the primary system, I guess, and 2 and 3 we saw down at the bottom. I don't know what some of these are, though. They're just like button panels that are here, unless there's more to be done with the ship. Ooh, this is cool. What block is this? Wait. This is not an LCD panel. Is it? What the? Oh, they did. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. It's like a base for the, I'm guessing it covers the projector block. And I'm stuck. That's pretty sweet. Port docking merge toggle on a. That's not gonna happen. Starboard. Oh. Daisy. Well, it's whatever. But yeah, this is pretty cool that it has its own, like, hologram thing. I gotta figure out how to do that. I still don't know how to do that. I guess, yeah, I don't know. I guess it's just a basic block structure and stuff to replicate it on a smaller scale, and then you just load it. I don't know. Starboard ship, toggle on, off, hydrogen. I think that's supposed to be atmosphere, and then that probably was merge, and I probably just deactivated that. And then we have shields and reactors, and this, I'm guessing, is the main bridge. Port connector, front view, rear view, starboard connector. Whoops. Wasn't me. Didn't do it. Okay. So, let's see how she flies. And... okay, so that other ship is coming with us, so I think it's still merged, I hope. So yeah, it's actually moving really good for the size of the ship that it is. I mean, it's a massive ship, so it's doing pretty good. And I am getting a pretty significant frame rate hit while we're flying. But not too bad. So that's pretty cool, because that means we could do something at this level with 3 planets and still be pretty much okay on the most part. One last thing that I want to check. Whoops-a-daisy. What is going on here? Drop, thank you. The last thing I wanted to investigate is at the... wait, no. Where's the tunnel? Here we go. Is when we first... what is going on here? I don't know what's happening with the movement stuff, unless it's because the ship's still moving from momentum that it's screwing me up. Or it's having fun with trying to render everything, and so it's making my physics calculations really slow? Maybe. Because I'm running really slow. That's probably what it is. I'm probably either moving still, or I'm probably too close to the planet, and so it's having issues. But we didn't actually explore all of this. Like, if you'll recall, we went back instead of going forward and up. So I kind of wanted to see what's at the other end over here. Wait! Come back. Where do you go? Okay, we didn't see this room. This is apparently the mainframe type room, which is cool. We're still in this main hallway. Okay, I think everything's cleared up, so I'd probably stop moving now. Now, I don't know what this is, because we were in the shield room. Oh, this is the top, or bottom of the shield room. Okay, that makes sense. And then this goes... these were the first tunnels that we came down. Maintenance. It has its own maintenance area? That's cool. Oh, that's pretty neat. It's like shelf units. Ah, neat trick. Might have to borrow that. maintenance room. What goes up here? This might be the maintenance room, I'm not sure. Oh, this is actually the entry section, I think, right? No. I don't know where I am now. Oh, geez, where am I? It's like a maze. Okay, I'm gonna take a shortcut. You could go up this way. Oh, here we go. Oh, there's a hangar. Maintenance shield, crew quarters, engine, jump control, med cryo room. Okay, so we didn't see any of that stuff. I don't know if I'll have time to show all that off, actually. Because we are running pretty low on time. Okay, so that was, I guess, the maintenance, or... I'm not sure if this is the maintenance room, or if where we just left from was the maintenance room. I'm a little hazy on that. This is probably jump control? Mayhaps? I think this is where we came in from, right? Yes. So this is the main area we... Wait a minute. If this is the main area we came in from... This is where I didn't end up going. Okay. And this area we just saw. Alright, now I'm starting to get my bearings on where I'm at. Okay. Okay. So, the only thing we really didn't see was the cryo med room type thing and the hangar. I don't think. Which was probably... Let's see if my theory is correct. I'm guessing it's probably where we did not go through the doors. And what I mean by that is up here, there was a section yeah, it was in here. Oh wait, this is another area we didn't go. Dang nabbit, this place is like a freaking maze. So here's the medical bay, and oxygen and cryo rooms are this way. Wow, this really is like a maze. It never ends. There's like always somehow more stuff. So cryo cells and oxygen systems. That's pretty cool. Very nice and roomy up here. Just in case you ever need to add more, I guess. And medbay looks pretty cool. We've got a gravity generator there to keep you from, you know, walking into a wall and not being able to climb up, I guess. Not sure what this is for, other than secondary viewing, or secondary bridge, emergency bridge maybe. So that's cool, that was where that door led. But there's two other doors. There's this one. Okay, we've gone that way. But we did not end up going this way. These are the ones that this is probably going to lead out to the hangar. Would be my guess. Yep, hangar. So you could probably park a decent sized little shuttle, maybe even one the size of those wing ones. I'm not really sure. But pretty cool little hangar. So anyways, I think we're going to wrap things up for this episode here. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, and I will see you all next time. Peace.